Hi, my name is Sam Sloan. I've been an online facilitator for many years and I've been sharing lots of tips and tricks over these last few months on how it is that we can get the best out of things like Zoom and Teams, etc. But one thing I've noticed in the latest Zoom update is the reactions, the emoticons, have changed position and changed how they behave as well. So let me show you what I mean. So the reactions at the very, very bottom of our screen now, if you've got the latest version of Zoom, this is the 19th of Jan, I have now the original emoticons. They've kind of extended a few of those, like putting the laughing face, etc. in there. But these emoticons, the yes, no, the slower, faster and the raised hand, used to be placed on the participant panel. Whereas now, like I've said, they've moved them down here, which is cool, that's fine. No problem with that. However, they now behave slightly differently. So if we're now beginning to use them for things like agree, disagree, activities, etc., completed tasks within the session, they behave a little different. So let me show you what I mean. So I've got ZZ Fred just behind me, and on that particular computer at the moment, it's still got the old version. I've not updated it deliberately. So the ticks, the crosses, etc. are still located in the participant panel. So let's look what happens when ZZ Fred gives us a green tick. We can see it appear in the camera, which the reactions do. I think that's great. And it also appears in the participants panel as well, which again, fantastic. But look what's happened. It only stays on for a few seconds, it disappears. If I do exactly the same with ZZ Sam, now ZZ Sam's got the latest version and they appear in this panel, and I give a green tick in that particular screen, again we can see that little green tick appears in both areas, fine. But what about those participants that maybe aren't quite so quick off the mark? I now have completely lost track of who's given me a green tick, who's given me a red cross. I've completely lost track. So how can we maintain the confirmation, shall we say, certainly of maybe completing an activity, for instance, that maybe I'd set for them, and keep something on the screen that's going to help me as the facilitator? And the only way around that right now I can find is by using the raised hand. So ZZ Fred gives us a raised hand. We can see it in the screen and on the participants panel. And if ZZ Sam gives me a raised hand, which of course you'd be clicking this, then we can see that they've appeared both in the camera and they've appeared both in the participant panel as well. Fantastic. But what if somebody actually did want to ask a question as well? So it can start to get a little bit confusing, but nonetheless, this is the way at the moment I'm confirming for the learners in regards to, like I've just said there, maybe completing an exercise. And of course, the thing to remember with these is to make sure you clear them down. So if anybody actually does raise the hand, maybe after the activity, for instance, you then know that it's a new hand raised. And the way that we do that is we click on the little three dots just at the side in the participants panel. You get lots of options in here. And of course, then you can lower the hands and it clears them down. Please let me know how you've been going on with it, or what other things that you're maybe doing in relation to kind of getting around this a little bit, because it has caused a little bit of a frustration. I'll be honest with you, it's probably the first frustration I've had in Zoom. I love Zoom. But yeah, let me know in the comments how you get on, or even if you try this and see how it works for you. Thank you.